We ain't even know that Power Wow was coming, like, you know what I'm saying? But he just pulled up. He was like, hey, trying to promote the album. Bet, put him on the air, like, while we had June James on there. So it was just live. Like, I'm like, damn, this our second episode.
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
What the fuck we gonna do? Like, we can't, like, you know, regular shit after this.
Can't go back.
Yeah, so where you go from there?
Yeah, so I was like, we can't do no regular shit after this right here. So we just kept it going, like, from there, man.
Let me go ahead and ask when you start doing the rap and creating. Were you doing rap or
From the start?
Yeah.
He's an R&B singer.
R&B?
That's a lie.
That's all I was like. I was like, wait,
ain't
hey,
nothing
maybe.
wrong with that.
I was like,
Ain't nothing wrong with
Y'all like it?
I ain't gonna lie.
Let me see something.
I don't know if I'm just hungry or if this just, you know what I'm saying, good in the bit.
Okay.
But I mean,
That nigga ate the whole burger almost already. I'm still on the first bite.
You know that.
I'm standing on that, bitch.
Y'all can put that on the back of the box shit.
Welcome to TestTubeTV.
yeah, we just jumped in.
we in this bitch right now. And then let me go ahead and let them introduce themselves. We got the syrup room with us.
Hey, what's going down? It's the syrup room in the building. We rocking with TestTubeTV.
Yes, sir.
I guess I'm supposed to be looking over here. We rocking with TestTubeTV, man. Dijon, that boy 713. The syrup room is in the
DJ
building.
713 is in the motherfucking building. The syrup room is in the building, holding it down.
So we got
H-Time.
Dijon and we
Scott
got
Burgers.
DJ 713.
Yes, sir.
Some local Houston legends in the radio business. They're coming tapped in with us. TestTube.
I like how this.
Talk.
So living legend.
He just
you know
like
what I'm
living
saying?
legend.
Living
Come on,
legend.
man.
I fucks with it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yep.
exactly what it is.
Get it
That's
right.
exactly what's going on.
That's
He might
just
be
what's
right,
going
though.
on.
He might
You know
be
what I
right.
mean? Hey, one
Travis
thing
Scott
about
is
it
in the
is I'm
building.
gonna shoot the shit straight. I'm gonna give it straight to y'all. And then we also got my lovely co-host, the beautiful young Alyssa Jameson. Y'all follow her on Instagram, Alyssa_Jameson.
Look, they gave me 2 buns.
Hey, y'all
Top
follow
buns.
us too at the syrup room
Yep.
with the underscore. You feel me?
Do y'all
Yeah,
have 2
plug
top
it up,
buns?
plug it up right now.
I
So
don't know.
follow Syrup Room, follow us on Instagram, TestTubeTV. And if you're watching this on YouTube, what the fuck are you doing by not subscribing to us right
We
now?
got
Like,
the
I know some of y'all are watching right now and y'all don't even subscribe. The
We
button's
got
right
the
there.
Travis Scott Burgers.
Do you
got
have the 2 top buns?
Hit the button. Hit the
Or do you
Nah,
have
I
a
got a bottom
bun?
bun top.
For real? I got a special burger.
Hey,
y'all.
all right, let me go ahead and explain this to the audience. All right, so we just picked up the Travis Scott burgers from McDonald's. They're fresh.
Shit.
Right. 2 top
Oh, you got
buns.
2 top buns.
Yeah.
What
They
the
hitting for. We gonna
fuck?
see what they hitting for.
Test
Travis
two
Scott.
exclusive, test two exclusive.
Hey, Travis Scott, we gonna see what they hitting for, man.
Travis
Right.
Scott. So we got one picked up 4, 5, 6 Travis Scott burgers. We can go ahead and give them an honest review. I want y'all's honest opinion on this shit.
I like it. I got a lot of mustard, and I like it. I'm not really a big mustard fan, too.
And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't like pickles, ketchup, lettuce, tomatoes, none of that shit. But for Travis Scott, I said fuck it, just do it all the way. I want to have the whole experience. You feel me? Because I heard a lot of criticism that Travis Scott, this shit is nothing but some shit added with some extra cheese and bacon.
Y'all like it?
I ain't gonna lie.
Let me see something.
I don't know if I'm just hungry or if this just, you know what I'm saying, good in the bit.
Okay.
But I mean,
That nigga ate the whole burger almost already. I'm still on the first bite.
but shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this whole good in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna stunt, nigga. Shit. What did you say? Bacon? Bacon, mustard?
I gotta take
ketchup,
some
and,
more bites or something.
pickles?
No. I
You don't know?
yet.
You ain't feeling it yet?
That's like an average burger for a person like me.
Let me see.
I mean,
And
I'm
if
gonna
y'all
say
had
this.
your own burger, what would you make
I
it?
fuck with it because it's Travis Scott, Htown. I don't know if you can get this anywhere, right? Not just in Houston. You can get this anywhere.
Yeah, any McDonald's.
Okay.
I just like Travis
It's like
Scott. do his thing, man.
$6 a meal, I think. I fuck with it. The thing I fuck with it about it is how Travis Scott can collab with such a big company like McDonald's.
Yeah, but you know he got for McDonald's. That's big. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole
Right.
audience. We sitting here eating the burgers right now. This is exactly what they want.
Yes, if they want what they want. Yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
Because it's steady been in the conversation on podcasts. I listen to a lot of like the radio and podcasts, and they've been talking about these Travis Scott burgers. They've actually had like, y'all fuck with NLE Chopper.
Yeah. Hey, look.
He just had comment on what he had to say about this shit. He said, okay, look. He tweeted out, he said, eat healthy, man. That food y'all eating can fuck with your mental too. 100. Put them Travis Scott burgers down. Go to the farmer's market and eat some vegetables. Eat plant-based foods.
I agree with that boy.
As we're munching down on these Travis Scott burgers.
Some shit.
You can't eat this every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you eat this shit every day, you're going to be fucked up. But
right.
The thing is, I fuck with NLE Chopper right now because I be seeing a lot from him, and he always like spend some game. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't on the bullshit no more. He really trying to preach something right now. Like, he be talking about the food. He be talking about the vibrations in the water, all kind of shit. I fuck with that.
So like, let me ask you, like, what is that? Because I haven't been all the way hip to NLE Chopper. Like, I tap in here and there, like when he makes the blogs, and you know, I'm familiar with it. I heard a couple of the songs, but did he just all of a sudden make this shift to being like this? Well, because I've seen a lot of blogs reposted and talk about, oh, we're all kings, we're all gods, and he's talking about all this woke talk. Me and Steve actually, he's off camera right now. Shout out to Steve, just picked up the Travis Scott burgers. Hey, it wouldn't have been possible for Steve. Y'all go ahead and follow him. Pizza _
Steve,
slangin _ pizza _ Steve. Y'all go give that man a follow. But so what he was saying, like what we were talking about is he's been on some hella woke shit. Y'all think that he's tapped in with like DMT or some shit?
Man, I just think he got somebody around him that's putting him on some game, and he just really like enlightening his people that he feel like he can get them to think different. I think he just doing that. I mean, I think a lot of artists come across like the truth about a lot of shit, and it's their choice if they want to tell people about it or not. Some people like, I ain't trying to be that person. I'm just trying to make this money, drop my songs, and do that. But some choose to do it different, like Kanye West and Lil Chopper. Pimp C was one of them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists that decide to put you know what I'm saying, what they usually talk about to the side and tell the truth about some stuff. Tupac did it too.
Yeah, Tupac. Some of Tupac's quotes still resonate today.
Yeah, to this day. A lot of things he did, like he changed a lot of people's way of thinking. A lot of people was already saying all the stuff that we hearing right now, but you know what I'm saying, unless somebody like Tupac was saying it in a song or was telling it to them, they wasn't finna listen to it.
Right. So now that we've all got at least halfway into burger. You finished that burger quick. Hey, he was hungry. My man was hungry.
This one I just restarted.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a cool burger. You know what I'm saying?
But check those.
It ain't the best burger they got at McDonald's. I ain't gonna say that, but I fuck with it because it's represent Htown.
Right.
McDonald's just need to step their fry game up.
They are kind of soggy today.
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, buddy.
When they're fresh, McDonald's do got the best fries, but
When they fresh.
man, it's hit or miss when you go
Y'all
out
gotta
there
work on y'all freshness.
for shit show.
Y'all want your drinks?
I want to go ahead. Hey,
Shit show.
this burger was good and whatnot, but I'm gonna go ahead and just give the rest. See what my dog feels about it. Let's go ahead and give the rest of this burger to Henny.
I got you.
Get on video for us, Steve, if you don't mind. Let's get Henny's opinion.
You like the Travis Scott burger, baby?
This is the Htown hood dog right
You
here.
want me to just take it off?
Yeah, just give it to him. Give him the whole thing. I would just drop the box, babe. Babe, just drop the box. He gonna bite your finger. He gonna bite your hand off. He's going really delicate. What the?
He likes it.
Like this that Travis Scott.
Put it in the box and put it on the ground, babe. See what he does. See how he feels about it.
Go tear it up.
He's more interested in the meat.
Vegetables off.
I don't know. He's not going too crazy over it. You would think he'll go a little bit crazier. Unless you just ate, Henny. Have you just ate?
Do you want your drink?
If the dog didn't eat it, I was gonna be like, don't know. I might not eat it no
Hey.
more. Y'all gotta eat it.
Yeah, well, hey, what would y'all have done if you didn't even like, he sniffed it and didn't even touch it?
I would have felt pretty sad.
You felt bad? Sad?
I would have felt pretty bad behind that shit.
Man, we just ate them Travis Scott burgers. I give it like a
1 out of 10.
10.
What's the scale?
maybe like
are
a
these?
4.5.
A 4.5? Yeah.
But I mean, me personally, I don't eat McDonald's like that.
Right.
I don't think it got nothing to do with the burger. I just think I don't rock with McDonald's like that too often.
So who do you rock with? Your favorite burger place?
Yeah, what's your go-to fast food if you're going to eat shit food?
I mean, if I'm gonna eat some Whataburger,
Shout out to Whataburger.
you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna eat a hamburger, I'm gonna go to Whataburger. If I eat like, I mean, where I stay at though, like I got like the homemade food places all around me, so
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
you
too
got
much-
holes in the wall.
I don't too much gotta go to the fast food spots that often.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of do the same. More, I don't know if you consider taco joints like fast food, but we'll
Yeah,
get
I
like
think I
we'll
got
get the
the-
legit taco joints
I
basically.
think I got like one of the livest taco trucks in Htown
Oh yeah,
in my area.
you got that slide that shit over, man.
Right.
Yeah, if y'all ever been to the green school bus to go down.
Oh,
shit.
so what part of Houston you from?
I live in Fifth Ward.
Fifth Ward. Okay. What about you?
I stay on the east side right now.
Okay.
That's where I stay. I stay on the east side.
But yeah, we got some
Okay.
excellent food. I ain't gonna lie, like while we was coming down I-10, like over there off West Green, like I got some excellent food choices over there though.
Oh yeah, right here in
then-
this little spot
Yeah.
right here from Katy Mills to what's it called, Fry Road.
Yeah, ain't nothing but like the live foods. But that's H-Town for you though. Like that's what we
Right.
known for, like good food and like strip clubs.
Oh, this is the Milton pot right here. I mean, this is really like H-Town for people that haven't been to H-Town and like actually experienced it and lived it for a while.
Yeah.
It's culture and diverse as fuck, and that's what I really love about the H. What we'll do is say like we don't know what we want to eat. And I don't know if you're in a relationship or you got a girl, bro, but sometimes the women they can't decide what they want. So I'll be like,
indecisive at times.
yeah, they indecisive. So I'll be, so I'll go ahead and I'll be like, come on,
No offense, man. It just be like that.
let's roll up a wood. We go in the car, and we just roll down. We roll down like either Fry, Mason, one of those little hot spots, and I roll down the windows. What smells good? What smells good? You
That's how you
can
gotta
try
do it.
something new every single day.
Y'all
That's how
been
you
to
gotta
Mickey
do it.
Soul Food
Yeah, Mickey Soul Food over there.
Ooh.
And,
off Beltway?
yeah,
It's
off
off
the
the
Beltway
Beltway.
59.
Yeah.
Man, hold up.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's
Mickey's
a
good.
H-Town spot for
That is
shit
the
show.
spot.
What y'all gonna get from there though when y'all go?
Oxtails, mac and cheese, yams,
Yeah,
and
Oh,
a
yeah.
dessert.
I ain't gonna lie.
the
That's the best thing you can get is
oxtail.
oxtails.
Yeah.
That's what I get too. I get some cornbread and shit.
Oh.
I'm just thinking about it right now. Nah, Mickey's, man, it's a lot of great food out here in H-Town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, so for y'all that don't know, these are some H-Town radio legends right here. It's like y'all, the syrup room. If y'all don't follow them, go ahead and follow them
Yeah,
on
but y'all
YouTube.
make sure y'all
and-
follow us at the Syrup Room.
Yeah, at the syrup room on all platforms. So let me ask y'all: is it like a we're talking off camera? Is a radio platform, podcast? Where are you putting out
it's
the
mostly
content?
online radio. You know what I'm saying? Online radio and social media.
So how'd you get into that?
We just had an opportunity. Like I was on Instagram one day, and I seen a posting like, "You want to have your own radio show?" I was like, at the time, like I was watching Breakfast Club. It was really like Breakfast Club at that time. Like this is 4 years ago,
Yeah.
almost 5 years ago. So I was like, man, I think I can do that shit too. So I went to the meeting. You know what I'm saying? It was a local online radio station out here in H-Town. Went to the meeting. They was like, this what you gotta do to have your own radio show. We did what we had to do, and then like the next week we was starting our radio show. So
So they put you on free game, or you had to like pay for it? You had to do a class?
I
what?
paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just pay for your time slot
Oh, okay,
that you
okay.
had. So we was like every Tuesday night, 9:30 to 11:30. So I was like, shit, we can run like in 2 hours. We can run like 2 interviews a night and just see what we do. So like by the second interview, like it started taking off. We had like June on our second interview. We had June James, Power Wall, and Lil O.
What?
Yeah.
Like this is our second radio
Holy
show ever.
shit.
Like we ain't had no radio experience or nothing.
Who was the
So,
first one?
hey, so where do you go from
The
there,
first one
bro?
was Bob Breezy and an artist named Miles Presley.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had Bob Breezy on here. Before.
Oh yeah, that was our our first.
Breezy.
It was her and Young Josh and Imani Monroe.
That's crazy.
That was our
bro.
first episode.
Don tell him to come to that show too?
Nah, he came
with
the
another
second.
show.
He came after we did the Who Got Next, and then you know what I'm saying.
Okay,
she
you're
had
right,
did
you're
the
right,
guest
you're right,
judging.
You're right, you're right.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. By the second show,
So-
you had Paul Wall. Who else?
Power Wall, June James, and Lil O.
Damn.
And
dude.
Power Wall had just dropped the Houston Oilers album, so June James had actually done the promotion. Like I mean, a lot of the production on the album.
Yeah.
So we ain't even know that Power Wall was coming. Like you know what I'm saying. But he just pulled up. He was like, "Hey, trying to promote the album." Bet put him on the air. Like while we had
Damn.
June James on there, so it was just live. Like
Damn.
I'm like, damn, this our second episode.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Right.
crazy.
what the fuck we gonna do? Like we can't like
Yeah.
do no regular shit
So-
after this.
Can't go back.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
where you go from there?
Yeah, so I was like, we can't do no regular shit after this right here. So we just kept it going. Like from there, man, we interviewed like Big Pokey. I think that was I think our next episode was like Big Pokey and Lil Flip.
What the fuck?
Then we had
When did B King come in? B
That's
King
what
came
I was
in
trying.
had
right
B King.
I try to tell y'all these people right here, they're Houston radio legends.
Hell yeah.
Nah, we just started running a shitload of interviews, and then from there, like, start doing events, linking up with people from out of town, like going out of town doing interviews and shit. And so I was just like, you know what I'm saying? It would just start driving itself, like the fact that we was doing interviews and people wanted interviews, like it just started going together like perfectly, and we just started going everywhere doing interviews, doing events, putting together shit for people that was coming out here from out of town and all kind of shit.
When y'all are going out of town, what cities did y'all tap in with?
I went to Philly. I was out in Phoenix for a little bit. Just everywhere I was going, anywhere I would travel to.
Are you doing interviews?
Interviews, link up
like
with artists,
on-camera
go to the
type
studio, all kind of
interviews?
shit.
Yeah.
So you guys both started it, or was it just you and he came in later, or what happened?
Man, I went in there to have like the meeting and shit, and as soon as I found out like what we could possibly do, this was my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
Okay.
rapping and shit. Like he was DJing my mixtapes and shit. So I was
Okay,
like,
dope.
man, I got a nigga that DJ and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
nigga, I need a DJ.
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
He was
hey,
all
run
for
that
it.
shit.
I had
Right.
a partner that was doing like camera work, you know what I'm saying? He was doing like our music videos and shit. So I was like, hey, look, he was like, bet, let's do it. So shit, we had a whole team of people, co-hosts, everything. So we had a whole team and we just ran it like that.
What kind of mixtapes? You're an artist? You were making your own music?
Yeah, making
Oh.
my own music, putting that. I mean, that's how the radio, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was already working, trying to be an artist. So I had like connections. I had people I could reach out to, people I had conversations with, ran into doing shows and stuff. So I already knew I had a connection with artists. So I was like, shit, I might as well use that to do this radio shit. And it just started going.
The radio shit kind of help you bridge those gaps and build those
Yeah,
relationships.
and then also like going out, like I was going to like every concert I could go to, you know what I'm saying, trying to get backstage, trying to get close to the stage, talk to people, chop it up with whoever I could. If not the artist, then like, man, like if I can chop it up with the manager, sometimes I'll run into the publicist, sometimes I'll run into the person that make the flyers and shit for them. I just run into anybody and just use that to get in contact with the artist. That shit just was, you know what I'm saying? So I try to go everywhere I could go, talk to whoever I could talk to, and just try to line something up.
Hey, see, that's funny that you said that because I was just watching Paul Wall came on. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with King and the Sting, Brendan Schaub, Theo Vaughn. Y'all ever heard those comedians' names?
I don't know.
It's some comedians that y'all familiar with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like some comedians that kind of came up under Joe Rogan's wing.
Yeah, they're affiliated with him.
Yeah, and so they're in LA based, and they have a podcast and they have a little show. But Paul Wall was this last week's guest.
On Joe Rogan?
No, not on Joe Rogan, but on King and the Sting. One of it's Brendan Schaub and Theo Vaughn. They're comedians, and they kind of came up under Joe Rogan's wing type shit. Well, like they were doing their own thing, but they really got their recognition once they got on the Joe Rogan podcast. I know y'all familiar with Joe Rogan podcast, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's bigger than.
a great ass interview on there the other day. What's the dude from Aerosmith?
Steven Tyler.
Yeah, Steven Tyler interview.
That one was
Man,
funny.
that was like the best interview. He had so many stories about getting fucked up, doing every drug, and like making the most classic songs ever. That shit was live.
Speaking of that, I meant to ask you, how did you get like the syrup room name? Were you like a fan of that, or?
Nah, I got a partner. Soon as I left the meeting to do the syrup room, we had I linked up with one of my partners, and I was like, man, we need a name for that shit. I suck at naming anything. So, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, we need something. And he just said the syrup room. He said a whole bunch of other shit, but I just kept thinking like the syrup room, like that shit stuck with me.
Yeah.
Later that day, I called him back. I was like, man, I think I'm going with the syrup room. And he was like, bet. He was my co-host. Shout out to my boy CJ.
Hey.
He was my co-host, you know what I'm saying, when it first started and shit. But he the one that actually came up with the name, the syrup room.
How many of y'all are there?
Man, we got a whole team. Like, it's so many people affiliated with the syrup room because the way that we work, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just work with different people and just, you know what I'm saying, just do whatever, you know what I'm saying, from flyers to graphics, events, promotion. So we just work with so many people, and sometimes they might come in and co-host with us or do an event with us or something like that. There's probably a lot of people that consider themselves syrup room out here.
Okay, but so have you been the main driving force behind it?
I mean, I run like the social media, set up the interviews, do, you know what I'm saying, a lot.
So you're the backbone, yeah, you kind of.
But I can't, but you know what I'm saying, like even 713, he set up interviews with artists and shit like that, do his networking, you know what I'm saying.
You say what? Oh, sets up interviews?
Yeah, he set up interviews, do his networking.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying, like go live, be live broadcast shows and mix artist music, like break up and coming artist music and all that type of shit. So just it's like a team effort really around the board to keep it going like consistently, cause there's so many artists out here, you know what I'm saying, like you can't just be posting like you know what I'm saying, like the same artists every day. So we just try to,
yeah, y'all
know
active, y'all know, yeah,
we got a network. We try to just meet as many artists as we can and bring them on and you know what I'm saying, help them blow their shit up at the same time, blow our shit up too.
See, like I found that's interesting that you say that, because I'm starting to get into that, like where I'm starting to find out that yeah, you can't do this shit alone. Like most of it showed me out with like the video editing and the podcast shit, but I kind of run like the whole social media and shit. But as far as knowing like all the artists that are coming up and blowing up, it's a lot, bro.
Now
It's
you look
like
at
it's
like
a lot
Say
to keep
Cheese,
up.
like Say Cheese, it's like Say Cheese, man. I don't know.
Say Cheese, No Jumper, any of those bigger platforms, they have a whole team behind their shit.
But they just got so many artists that fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? And that's just about, it just give you something to look like, you know what I'm saying? You, like, man, I want to get my shit like that. Like, I want to be fucking with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that many artists, connecting with that many artists. But at the same time, I feel like we be doing that shit anyway, just.
So were there any type of platforms like Say Cheese or No Jumper that inspired you to start getting into the radio business? Because I know you said you started off as just an artist, right? You were starting off making music, and you were when you were making music, you weren't even thinking about the radio shit yet. It wasn't until later.
Nah, I mean, I went to Prairie View and I went to TSU, and both times I was going for communications, radio broadcasting. Not knowing that I was gonna ever do the syrup room and be doing shit like that. Like I wanted to like work at a radio station because I feel like it was a way to make connections. You know what I'm saying? You going to all these events, meeting all these people, and then you can just, you know what I'm saying, work your way up and do whatever you want to do in entertainment from that. So it was always to me like a stepping stone to do something else. But then when I got the opportunity to really do it, you know, a lot of times you gotta have an education to do radio on a major radio station,
right.
Or you know what I'm saying, or you gotta have a certain type of experience. You had to go to school and do all this different type of stuff. I ain't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just from where I was from, doing what I was doing, and fuck it. Like we just had an opportunity to do something and capitalized on it. But we did that with a lot of shit. We did that with the music. We capitalized on that. And then when we got the radio opportunity, we capitalized on that shit too.
I mean, same with us, bro. Like, man, some of our first podcasts that we did, like we didn't have this whole setup when we started doing podcasts. We weren't really sure that we wanted to jump into it. We had a couple bullshit podcasts that we recorded over the phones, and we had like some clip-on mics that we tried just like with our friends, and it was fun. So we wanted to get like the equipment. We wanted to get the equipment, and we were thinking about doing a podcast, but it was like we're gonna try it out first. And we already had set in mind. I have some other friends that are into the music, and me and her were started getting into. Are y'all familiar with Tyler, the Creator?
Yeah.
So he was a big influence. We've both been listening to him for a while, but it was his newest project, Igor. We had experience just listening to that, and we listened to it over and over, and it inspired us to like make something of our own and create. So we started like. I had some friends that wanted to do like music, and we would go to Guitar Center and go play on the keyboards, and we're like, look, hey, let me make some beats and shit like that. So like we still got some of the equipment right now, so we would play around on the keyboard and shit like that, make some fuck off beats. But so like as far as getting the equipment, I was like, yeah, fuck it, we'll go. If anything, if we don't do the podcast, we don't follow through with that, we're gonna do some music shit. I have some friends that want to do rap, and I was like, we could go ahead and when we fuck around on the keyboards, low key, some of them's pretty dope. We could just, if we keep going at it, we can make some beats and have them just turn that shit into, take that equipment and use that shit for like a studio setup. But once we started doing the podcast, we started falling in love with, like, we started like being passionate for it, you know what I mean? Not just like falling in love for it. Like I would lose sleep over trying to like edit it up, and I was like, I want to stay consistent. I want to drop one a week. And then I came up with ideas like, yo, let's go ahead and get like a studio set up. Let's kind of take our shit to the next level. So we took that shit, and like here we are today with this setup. And I don't know, we still haven't even figured out what direction we want to take it in. But a lot of people have been fucking with it, and it's a good feeling. Like we at first we weren't even promoting this shit. We were just like doing this shit for ourselves. And our idea, with what it's evolved to, people start latching on to it. Like, hey, I like what y'all doing and shit.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. Like for the short time that y'all been doing it, man, y'all done did more than people that's been doing it for a long ass time. Like y'all done had some big interviews. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done interview people I know. Some people ain't interviewed.
Exactly.
So shit, y'all just really just keep doing what y'all do, how y'all do it. I guarantee you, y'all gonna take it somewhere.
It went out.
It keeps going out.
Okay. Y'all want to take a little break? We'll check the cameras.
Yeah,
and
they
then
good.
we'll hop back on. So how about them Travis Scott burgers?
Yo,
Man,
go ahead.
that's live that he got a burger though. You feel me?
Right? Hey, it would be liver if it came with like a toy or something. A little Travis Scott doll.
Do you know LeBron had a whole burger with McDonald's too? I think LeBron
came
has
with
it.
some Astro Real tickets or something.
Okay.
I think he finna drop an album or something.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
What do you think that bag looks like though, coming from a McDonald's, like the McDonald's?
Shit, like goods in the mud, like, you know
Especially
what I'm saying?
with the merch,
It's
too.
what you want it to look like. Oh yeah, they got the merch.
So
Yeah,
I don't think
you seen the merch?
McDonald's employees ain't even got the shirts no more. They didn't sold them.
yeah.
Somebody's be like, I'll give you $1,000 for that shirt. I'd be like, shit, you can have this out.
I was seeing memes. I don't know if this is real, but they had pictures of the Travis Scott meals, like the burgers, and putting them on eBay, like $100 starting bid
For the burger? They be selling out or
the
something?
burger and the fries.
Wow.
They be selling that?
I don't know. I don't know. It was just I don't know if it was real or if it was a meme.
That's crazy.
I remember one time in high school we took like a McDonald's burger and like a regular homemade burger.
Yeah.
And we put them in mason jars, and it was like a home ec type class, and they kept it for the whole semester in the mason jars. And the McDonald's burger,
It don't even spoil, and then
right.
That shit crazy.
So yeah, I already said that's what like NLE Chopper was talking about. All right, so one thing I didn't get to finish was, okay, when you talk about Paul Wall, it's funny because so he was just on a podcast called King and the Sting. It's with Brendan Schaub and Theo Vaughn. They kind of like came up under the wing of Joe Rogan. They're comedians. And anyways, he went on the podcast and he said like his into like connecting with Kanye T.I. is he was making grills.
Yeah.
He was making grills. He learned how to make grills from a guy from New York, and
He's real tight with Johnny.
He linked up with Johnny, and he was just helping like Johnny with the grills and whatnot. Because what he explained is Johnny, he learned proper English. Johnny Dang, he comes from refugees from the war. They were on our side of like the America, and so it's really like if you look at his story, it's like the true American dream. You know, he created just something out of nothing. He started with making like a jewelry repair, like just right out of his garage. And then that escalated from making to like the grills and stuff. I think I saw at one point he was selling rims and tires. But Johnny Dang, Paul Wall had linked up with Johnny Dang, and he was in the shop and people were like, "Hey, you Paul Wall?" And Johnny Dang was like, hey, you famous? Like, we should like team up and whatnot. So Johnny Dang was brought up and he learned proper English, and a lot of people that were coming into the store for the jewelry were a mixed group of crowd. Like, it was a bunch of different cultures, and they're talking like the Houston slang and shit like that. So he goes almost like a translator for him, and that's kind of how they built their relationship. And now they kind of work together with the grills and whatnot. But that was one of his ends, like how you said, like you went into the radio, and it kind of helped you get in the ends with the other artists. Paul Wall was talking about that's how he was able to click up with T.I., Kanye West. He's like, let's make a grill. And then I'm making them a grill. And then the next week we're making songs and shit together.
Yeah, that boy had the ultimate hustle.
Right.
Like, he was making the grills and dropping his songs at the same time. Like, he was still Power Wall. Power Wall from Swisher House, though. That's the crazy shit. I was jamming Swisher House back when Power Wall come in there, Slim Thug, before they even got their major deals and all that shit. I was listening to all that shit. So when Power Wall, like, you know what I'm saying, was like, he dropped grills with Nelly and all that shit, bro. That shit was live to me.
Yeah, that
boy came from straight freestyles. You know what I'm talking about? He came from straight freestyles.
I feel like I don't know. That the time that everybody started coming down here and getting grills from Johnny Dang.
Man, he was going to them. Like, nigga, it was a point in time, like you was seeing that, him making a grill for Kanye. Everybody had a grill.
Yeah.
Paul Wall's the one who made me want to get a grill. Like, grills that came out with Nelly, that shit came out when I was in 5th grade. We had a 5th grade dance. I was still living on the outskirts of Baton Rouge in this town called Prairieville.
Yeah.
And it was a school. Let me put it this way: like, I was a minority at that school. It was like a majority like black, and it was kind of like, would you like that Baton Rouge type vibe, like like the NBA young boy brings out that vibe, little Boosie, like that's what we were kind of on. Like,
was you hearing about them back then?
Oh yeah, that was my first.
So they was already been on.
No, yeah, that was my first influences into hip hop. My uncle had a tape. It had a little Boosie and Webby on it, and I was probably like 7 years old at the time. But I was listening to this shit. I was like, this shit's hard. I was like, can I have this? And he gave it to me. I would play it, and I've never heard nothing like it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Baton Rouge is like underrated for the artists. They got Lil Boosie, Webby, NBA Youngboy, Fredo Bangs, man, the list goes on.
Currency.
From Baton Rouge?
Currency is from New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Oh yeah, Baton Rouge.
New Orleans, that's a whole different breed right there.
There's a lot of artists that come from Louisiana,
Yeah.
Down there in the trenches in the swamp. But I used to, I like I was saying before, like off camera, I did a lot of jumping back and forth from Baton. I was born in Baton Rouge, and I did a lot of jumping back and forth from Houston to Baton Rouge and whatnot. Even spent some time out there in Dallas for a couple of years. But mostly I would call, Houston my home, just because it's like the middle ground, and it's where I spent the majority of my life growing up.
Yo. Nah, man, I ain't gonna lie. Like, from Houston straight down I-10, all the way till you get to like Florida, and then all the way back to California, it's a lot of good music on I-10.
Right.
When you think about it, though.
Well, also you think about it, like a lot of the influence.
I-10 is like a live, like, good music ass highway.
Like look at ASAP Rocky, for example. Like his flow and everything all his influence was coming from Houston. Drake.
You can hear this.
Drake.
You can hear it in Drake.
everybody is biting the culture of Houston. They're
Nah,
getting that
I ain't gonna
Houston
say they
sound.
biting it. I'm gonna say they heavily influenced. You know what I'm saying? Because
Influenced, yeah,
even
I
back
feel
then,
you.
like A-Ball and MJG, man, they album, they from Memphis. They album had the downtown Houston on the album cover. This
So
was
they
back,
just repping from outside the city.
yeah, they been doing
That's how
it.
they
Lil
do it.
Wayne singing Big Mo, Bar
Yeah.
Baby on the song. Tupac, he got songs with Scarface and shit, shouting out Houston.
Yeah, well, Houston's starting to bubble back up too, cause like we have artists like NBA YoungBoy, Trippie Redd. They have residents out here in Houston.
Yeah.
Rico, Reckless. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of
I know that boy
artists.
50 Cent out here right now.
There's a lot of fucking artists that fuck around here in Houston. But how do you? So what? When did you start doing this radio? Well, let me go ahead and ask when you start doing the rap and creating. Were you doing a rap or
From the start,
yeah,
He's
rapping.
an R&B singer.
R&B?
That's a lie.
That's I was like,
Come on,
I was like,
man.
wait,
Ain't
hey,
nothing wrong
maybe.
with that.
I was like,
Ain't nothing wrong with it, but I wish I could sing out here. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know.
It'll be
No,
going
I was
down.
thinking to say that. Like, wait, hold on. Let me not offend him. Maybe he's on some singing shit. you know,
Could be
like
a
the
country
Weeknd
singer.
shit.
You never know.
Yeah. No, but like,
You
so.
do got a country song though.
I do got a country
Oh,
song.
yeah?
I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh.
Versatile.
You gonna get Lil Nas X on the feature?
Probably not. Cause if I'm
Probably not.
cause I'm just saying like I can't relate to Lil Nas X. Like if I gotta go get a feature, I want like Zero, Snoop
Okay,
Thug, like you
yeah.
know what I'm
That'd
saying. I
be
feel like
hard,
them the
bro.
type of niggas I gotta fuck with if I get a feature.
So you still are an artist. Do you still make music?
Yeah, I still make music. I don't be dropping shit like that, but I be making music though.
Oh, okay.
When the
Do
time
you
right,
still
I'm,
DJ?
Of course. bro.
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
nah,
just
he
making sure.
DJ every damn near episode that we do.
Damn.
So like, okay, so when did you get started with that? How many years from now? How far
The-
back
the
does this shit
radio?
go? Yeah, because I'm trying to get into your head about like, I want to see what you experienced from the growth of Houston, like from what waves.
Nah, from Houston, I ain't gonna lie. Like you had like Swisher House, Screwed Up Click, and then you just had like a long pause in
Yeah, see, yeah,
and
he-
artists coming out of Houston. Like nothing was really jumping off. I mean, you had like, but that's in the Switch House like Mike Jones. I'm trying to think. I mean, you had some artists like still taking off, but not like really though out of Htown. And then all of a sudden, I want to say like really the South Twins, like they was the first one to just drop some new shit. I mean, Kurt Cobain's had a wave, you know what I'm saying? It was a few artists in between, but like when South Walker came out with his whole wave, South, like Htown started flourishing again. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
yeah.
It
Shout out to
just-
That's
Sonny
also because he
Jackson.
started linking up
It-
with other people too.
Yeah,
And just
he
like-
was doing like features, like he was doing songs with like Migos and shit, and like it wasn't too many new wave artists that was doing features with new like the artists that we was listening to at the time. Like we ain't have too many artists in Htown making songs with Future, making songs with Drake, making songs with
I think
None
he
of the
made a
artists that
whole-
was out
he
at the
made
time.
a whole mixtape out there in New York on some shit.
oh
Sauce.
Damn.
yeah, that was recent though, huh?
Was it recent? Maybe like last year on some shit.
Yeah, he has that one song it's filmed out there in New York. Like I know what you're talking about. I remember we had Miss Meg on. She was talking about that. You talking about he was staying out there for like a month or two at a time.
I don't know how long he was staying out there, but
I don't know.
I can tell he was out there on some shit.
Yeah. Who y'all think is like the hardest Texas rapper of all time?
So like, what do you mean by
Zero.
hardest?
Just like the
Zero,
best.
yeah, Zero's a good
Damn, I
choice.
ain't gonna lie, Zero is like probably
Just
Yeah.
because I'm such a big
That's-
fan of
that's
his.
like Pastor Row on some shit. You can't put that.
Bro,
that like,
Zero might be the go to Texas out here.
Bro,
Put
hey,
that nigga
Zero
cool
solidified
shit.
solidified
day.
our relationship because when we first started hanging out,
Hey.
I had a Zero on the playlist, and she word for word. I was like, damn, I'm gonna marry this bitch.
Hey, Zero, if you listening to this, man, you out here really hooking people up, making shit happen, man.
Man, come
Shout
on
out
the
to your
club,
music, bro.
man.
No bullshit, man.
Shout out to your music.
For real.
Man.
Yeah,
Nah, but you got to give Zero the crown because he really be on some shit. And I fuck with a whole bunch of H-Town artists out here, but I think every Htown artist would probably agree to that shit.
Zero. Yeah. So would you say the same?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Good choice, B.
I ain't
I
gonna lie.
was gonna
That's a
like
great choice right there.
SUC, Sauce Walker, but
I was
like
gonna
I
start thinking about some
genuinely.
shit. You said
I
zero. I
genuinely,
couldn't
like,
even.
Hey,
Fuck
yeah,
with
no,
Zero,
yeah, you
Paul
right though.
Wilson.
Like, what's that?
Okay.
Just the name born right there.
If y'all were like secluded on an island, you're by yourself, you can only listen to one. No, make it
3
2 or 3 artists.
Three.
That you can, yeah, 3 artists that you can listen to
over and over again for the rest of your life.
while you're on this island. You're gonna survive. You're gonna, pick up coconuts and shit along the way. Maybe fish for some crabs and eat that.
But you got a
shit,
cassette tape with 3
yeah,
people.
that's your only form of entertainment is a little cassette tape
I'm gonna
with.
choose DJ Screw, Pimp C, and Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
Good choice, you.
Good-
I'm gonna definitely have to say DJ Screw. Zero. And I don't know who the third person would be.
Man, I scratch out Pimp C and say UGK. You gotta have
That's a
some
good
money.
one. That's a good one.
God damn, boy. I don't know who
Cause
the
DJ
third
Screw, you
person
gonna get a variety.
So you say
pack.
DJ
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna get a variety
DJ
pack.
Screw and Roll.
Repeat that shit. DJ Screw and Row,
Zero.
and then one
I
more.
don't know who the third person would be.
You gotta get third person.
I don't know who my third person would be.
You like Slim Thug?
I mean, I like
Paul
all of them.
I mean, if he was
I
in the pick two.
I jam all of them, but I
Yeah,
like, I don't even
Zero,
know who I can choose
zero,
from.
and
Well, you only get 2.
Screw. That's a good. That's good. But what about you, bae?
Screw, Zero, and they have to be Houston people.
No, it don't have to be Houston people.
Mac Miller.
Damn, that's a
Oh
good
yeah,
choice.
shout out to Mac
Yeah.
Miller too.
Damn. Now you got me. I was gonna
Oh,
say
no,
DJ.
no.
I was gonna say DJ Screw, Zero,
Cudi.
and Lil Wayne. Fuck. Damn. Now you fucked it up. Mac Miller and Kid Cudi got to be in that shit. So let me rearrange this shit. Mac Miller, Kid
You know
Cudi.
what? I take that bet. I'm gonna throw Fat Pat in there.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a good one.
That's all.
That's a great one right there.
Yeah.
That's a great
Throw
choice.
Pat in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great choice.
he got the joints where you can just listen to this on a loop.
Right.
What about if y'all had to pick like 2020 artists, people that got hits right now?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Doja Cat. She's hot.
I ain't gonna lie,
Doja
I
Cat?
have not heard Doja Cat before.
What? Man.
I ain't never heard it. I might be sleeping, but I
She a
don't know.
queen,
You never heard
man.
Doja Cat before?
No, I don't think so.
Doja, you know some
Oh, you
shit.
sleeping, bro. You gotta check.
Doja, you know some shit.
Yeah, you gotta take those.
I be listening to a variety of people too, but I never jammed Doja Cat. It just never came across my ear.
How many 2020 people? Just 3?
3 of them.
Man,
Who's
that's
bubbling?
hard. There's a lot of
Who's
whack-ass
bubbling right
people
now?
in
I'm not.
Yeah, people don't even be knowing who like.
Because I mean, it's
Hey,
it's,
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say Money Man, Sauce Walker,
his new shit that Lost in the Sauce I can listen to over and over.
and I be jamming out that shit.
Yeah.
Money Man, Sauce Walker, and I fuck with Kodak, but I ain't gonna lie, Kodak ain't really been on 2020 scene.
Yeah.
Nah, he's like
He locked up
2014
right
or 2015 when he's like
now. Nah, he
sipping on
ain't that
sour.
old.
No, but like when his real problem was like sipping on certain sour.
I would say he popped in like 2016.
Yeah. 2016?
Yeah, when we got
Nah.
together, yeah, he was popping. Him and
Okay.
Future was popping.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I jam Future though.
I have
Yeah.
my years so misconstrued. Future's another good one, bro. Future I could listen to, like good
Future
bit over
loud.
and over. But Lil Wayne is for sure in that conversation of listening to over and over and over again.
Yeah,
In
Lil
2020?
Wayne ain't put out too many. He just dropped some shit in 2020.
Oh, for real?
So 2020.
Drake.
Damn,
Y'all forgot about
2020.
Drake.
Yeah, 2020. Then if Drake's still popping in 2020, so I could
I
put
ain't
Drake.
forgot
in-
about Drake, but Drake ain't dropped no album in 20. He dropped that mixtape. That hoe
He
was-
dropped.
Man, that shit was alright for a Drake project.
He dropped like 3 bangers.
You
that
talking
went, like,
about the mixtape where it was like the unreleased shit,
Yeah.
like supposed to be unreleased.
That hoe was
but we
cool,
brought it out.
but that hoe wasn't like no album type shit from him. So you know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
You definitely. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta throw Lil Baby in that mix.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
for
Lil
sure.
Baby,
How
you
can we
got it.
forget?
Yeah.
Throw him in
You
that
got it,
mix,
bro.
Yeah.
You right.
He not missing, fam.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not missing, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
I ain't gonna lie, little baby do be jamming though.
Nigga be easy, man.
There's a lot of people that really be jamming right now. You just
Hell
like,
yeah.
I just be having like certain songs from certain people that I be jamming on repeat all the time.
Nah, shit, I feel that shit, bro. Lil Baby, I would consider maybe 2019 or sure where we start getting both, but he's still like hot. And then Drake, you know, he's been since like 2012 consistently dropping bangers, but he's still hot. So I don't know. There's a lot of people that I could put as far as like listening to every single day.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to ask a question. So your radio show, what channel are you on?
I'm on the Blue Sky Radio.
Blue Sky Radio?
Blue Sky Radio.
Oh, Blue Sky
Yeah.
Radio. Okay.
So we on the Blue Sky Radio, you know what I'm saying? Usually we posting the flyers to the page and shit, you know what I'm saying, to promote the interview. So if y'all follow us at the Certain Room _ y'all gonna see like flyers occasionally when we about to run some interviews and shit like that. But besides that, shit, YouTube, all that.
So y'all have video portions of the interview too
Yeah, we got the full interviews on YouTube.
on YouTube,
Mhm.
and
Your shit
then
is
you have
live?
the audio.
Huh?
Do you go live?
Yeah, I mean we broadcast live on the online radio.
So-
Like you can listen from your phones, from your car, however you gotta listen to it. You
So
can
do
listen to
you-
us
So do you ever like find yourself saying some shit that you shouldn't say?
all the time because we not censored. Like we uncensored radio. So a lot of times we be talking about all kind of shit, and we interview all kind of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, man, I interview some people that talk crazy, like about all kind of shit. So
What's your ideal interview? I know y'all interviewed some legends before, but like, what's your ideal interview? Like, what kind of personality, or like, was there any type of interview that y'all had that stood out? That just like just really good energy.
I mean, I think all of them like different in their own way.
It's different.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like
I feel that.
a lot of fucking great moments. You know what I'm saying? Like you sitting down talking to people that's legends. You know what I'm saying? They done did some shit that ain't nobody else. They done changed the fucking world and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just can have conversations about shit that you can't really have conversations with about people on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying?
With
So it's-
him speaking on that, I want to say, you know what I'm saying? It was an interview we did with Matt Grace. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Matt Grace. You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
That SUC legend.
Oh
You know
wow.
what I'm saying? And the interview we did with him, I feel like that was a legendary interview. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because a lot of people was not able to, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
do that themselves. You know what I'm saying? And that shit
Yeah.
kind of happened on accident, but this shit still happened. It was like, okay, big good. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, damn, now you ain't here no more. It's like that shit that shit fucked me up on some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, it's good that you guys got to talk to him.
Even
now. He
interviewing
was still
BT.
here.
Ooh.
That was live.
Damn.
We just had a ESG
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah,
And she actually handled that shit by herself. I'll give that shit to Alyssa. I was like,
That man is
I had
mad
some-
cool. Shout out to ESG. Thank
I
you.
asked some of my friends like, bro, y'all met ESG and all this. I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even get to meet him. I was at work. Alyssa handled that shit. Like, cause like how you have, we got a couple people on the team.
And I
So-
smoked a blunt with him.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, she go ahead. She handled that shit. Like she really took care of business. Like, I mean, as far as like the SUC, she's really just more familiar with, like DJ Screw, Zero, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, type shit. But
I know Fat Pat and
yeah,
fucking-
of course, yeah. Shout out,
a
Fat
few
She said
other
zero too
people.
earlier. That screwed up clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was
Come on,
like,
mate.
I see you, yo. The vibes is right. I was like, I was the one who chopped up the video, so I was sitting there editing, and I was like, okay, I see you, girl. That's my.
But
Yeah.
that's
Girl
but
right
that's
there.
live
I was proud
about
of
Houston. I ain't gonna lie. The livest part about Houston and doing media in Houston, like the fucking major artists in Houston fuck with the local media. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That
we
is
can
true.
bring in
I'm sorry.
legends and sit down and talk to people that's really doing shit that's really, you know what I'm saying, like making moves out here in the city and shit, putting on for the city. We can sit down and talk to them same people. They fuck with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not us as in the server room, but like the Houston media in general.
yeah.
Like I be seeing a lot of these artists on online radio shows you know what I'm saying, at events with they inviting local media and shit. So that shit be live to me. Cause I don't think in other cities it's like that. Like I think you go to like, I don't know.
Well, like in like you would say maybe like LA or something like that.
Nah,
Los
I know in
Angeles.
LA they got major outlets out there. So
As the
major
competition
outlets
is high.
local to them.
That's what I'm getting at. So do you think it's maybe that we don't have many platforms?
I mean,
here
we
in
still
Houston?
got, we got 97.9, 93.7.
Yeah,
we got
We have several
platform. Yeah,
platforms.
we got like Isaiah Carey on Fox 26 be having everybody on the. So it's platforms, but shit, they try to tap into our platforms. Like they understand the power of the media. You know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, I feel like you gotta understand that, and like all the artists, like it be a lot of artists like ducking, dodging interviews and shit. Man, y'all gotta come get on the radio and,
Right.
and like let niggas know who y'all are, like tell y'all story and shit. Cause some people ain't gonna learn y'all from y'all music. You know what I'm saying? Like you can sit down and have a real live conversation and tell people who you are, and they might be attracted to that, and then come out and listen to your music. Like you grow fans from all type of ways, and the media is like one of the major ways, like social media. You know what I'm saying? People go viral every day on social media, blow up on social media. That's a form of media. Doing what we do, that's media too. So
There's
you know what I'm
social
saying?
media and
for an
everything.
artist or for like even a business, whatever you politicians, when it's time to run, man, we got an audience out here. Like y'all want to get people to vote and shit. Y'all don't think we got influence people, you know what I'm saying? We going viral on interviews, all type of shit. All the Houston media. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like for like artists, people, business people, like they need to use us more. You know what I'm saying? We
no,
can do some shit.
there are like artists that do duck and dodge interviews, and it's
No.
just like
Yeah, so like, on like as far as like the I didn't mean to cut you off, babe, but like as far as like the platforms that are major in Houston, what I'm saying is like don't get me wrong, and don't anybody that's watching this that has like the platforms in Houston don't take this in the wrong way, but most of them are like radio style interviews. Like I mean I'm tapped in with like some. I see there's some that are like. Shout out to Donnie Houston. I watch a lot of his.
Yeah, some of like it's
podcasts.
a lot of podcasts that's really taking.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's more podcast shows taking off than like radio, because you know what I'm saying. But to me it's the same. Like I look at it all the same. I look at it as media. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but what I'm saying is that's new.
Which
as
one?
far as like the podcast route and like the shows and shit like that.
podcasts have
Because
been
like,
around for a long time.
no, but I'm saying like here in Houston, like what platforms we were talking about are
Yeah.
more on like a radio platform. We're not as diverse in the platforms as like say like Los Angeles or New York. Like New York, they'll go to one building and they'll tap in with several different radio stations, but they all have like different type of vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I think
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think out here it's the same way, because you have so many different shows and so many different platforms to where you can go to this platform. You might get this type of conversation, but you might go over here and they strictly
whole
about the
different
music.
type of
They
vibe.
running your music on there. They might play your whole album. You know what I'm saying? This platform might be all about the music. The second platform, they might have a TV outlet or something like that, like Street Flavor or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Street Flavor.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Where they can play your videos. So you know what I'm saying? So you got somebody that can play your videos. You got somebody that can play your music. You got somebody that you can sit down and have a conversation and do a live interview with. You got this person right here that might come to the studio with you and do an in-studio interview. This person might shoot your videos. But you know what I'm saying? So you can't just get stuck on one person. You got to go to all the different ones. Just like if you see an artist go to New York, they going to go on High 97. They going to go on Vlad TV. They going to go on, or Vlad in California, or they going to go on the Breakfast Club. They going to go to all of them. You know what I'm saying?
So okay, like when you're saying that, like as far as like the different platforms, where would you consider yourself? What's your lane?
Interviews.
Interviews.
That's all we do is
What's your style
interviews.
like as far like style and like creating your own lane? Because he's like we're talking about is, you know, divergence from just like the radio type interviews. Do you consider yourself like, as far as like our podcast, our platform, we're really more open. I know like a lot of people consider it more like hip hop just because that's like the type of people we have on. But I just have anybody that I have on like that would be interested in talking to. And
Yeah.
rappers right now with like especially when they're just starting to get their buzz and shit like that, that's like, I don't know, it's fascinating. We have some really great conversations with them, and we just been kind of running with it. At first, we were looking for people to have on the podcast and convince them to come on the podcast. But then it turned to people asking us to get on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I would much rather have somebody want to come on the podcast than me trying to convince them to be on it, because they're eager and they like the energy is gonna be a lot better.
Yeah.
The conversation is gonna be a lot better.
Yeah, and man, I ain't gonna lie to you, like, man, you can have, man, it could be anybody that can sit down and have a conversation with you, and you know what I'm saying, they might give you the livest conversation you ever had, and they ain't even, you know what I'm saying, no rap or nothing like that. So it's just like you as a person that control your setting and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you gonna sit down with who you want to sit down to and vibe with, because that's what's gonna make you have the best conversations and make your podcast be, you know what I'm saying, the same thing as everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I feel like that's why it's jumping and we having this conversation today, because you know what I'm saying, we I feel like we both out here doing something live, we putting on for Htown, you know what I'm saying, probably like introducing a lot of these artists and a lot of these people to audiences that ain't nobody never knew before, you know what I'm saying. So like, I just feel like that shit, that's how we gotta keep doing it, like, just period, you know what I'm saying?
Real shit. Nah,
like, just putting on for like putting on for the city. I feel like if you put on for the city, like, you gonna win every time.
That's one thing. So that's one thing. Like, I wouldn't consider like a lane like we're in hip hop, but I'm gonna always lean on the city. And there's people that want to come on the podcast and they put on for the city. Of course, I'm gonna have them on because I'm trying to elevate everything. Because a lot of people are influenced by Houston music and don't even know it. You know, whether they be listening to ASAP Rocky or like the artists that we were talking about before. Yeah. Like, and not necessarily like biting off the Htown sound, but just being heavily influenced just on the Drake and shit like that. So I want to be able to bring that shit up because I see Houston coming up on like another rise, bro. If we could just get a little more, like more platforms going on like a diverse level, like how we were talking about, not just like on a radio platform, but like podcast and shows. I was just seen shout out Lil Flips. Lil Flips got a podcast. Yeah, and he does it like a show. Let the truth be told. His shit. He's got like, I like the way he does it. It's like a little show. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. They have a lot of fun with it.
DJ Hard Hitter over there.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. Just having fun with that shit.
Yeah, you got to though, because if you ain't having fun with it, that shit gonna feel like a job, and you ain't gonna even want to do that shit no more. You gotta be fun.
Have fun with it, man.
This shit be the funnest shit I ever done in my life.
Did y'all have like jobs before you did the radio stuff?
Hell yeah, like
I still got a job.
You still have a job? You just do it on the side? Same.
Yeah, nah, I do it, man.
You take it full time?
Man, full time, but not just radio. I do a lot of shit, like, you know what I'm saying, graphic design. I'm in the studio, audio production, mixing and mastering songs, all type of shit.
Damn, that's
you know what I'm saying? So I just get it all kind of different ways. Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to people that's working like that shit live too. Yeah. I was just tuned in to what's his name, Pac-Man, BFM Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, BFB the Pac-Man.
Man,
Shout out to BFB the Pac-Man.
That boy was on live at work in the mailroom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Working UPS, bro.
Yeah, that shit live in the motherfucker.
And his shit
USPS.
That's what's up.
Yeah, USPS where his shit is working at. He and his video with Sada Baby, that shit hit like 10 mil. That shit had like hit 10 mil within a matter of weeks.
Hell yeah.
Man,
that's a respect. Hey, when I started watching that shit, it made me take more pride in being a 9 to 5, because I just is my part-time shit. Like, I just do this shit on the side whenever I get time, because at work I'll put in 50, 60 hours a week.
Yeah.
As work.
I mean, it's gonna pay the bills, so you gotta do that.
And on the weekends, this is what we do right here, man.
Tap in with us. The bills, bro. Like this, that's the truth. That's it. You gotta pay the bills, then for have fun later.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Just the bottom line of everything.
That part.
Once your hobby, once you love doing, start paying the bills. Shit, it's game on from there.
That's one thing I say a lot is if you find something that you're really passionate about, like this right here, I'm passionate about. Like when we were talking about earlier, I started this on the dining room table, and then I was like, no, let's go ahead and make a studio. I invested all my money into making the studio, and then once I started booking better and better interviews, I would stay up losing sleep, editing of the videos, try to get everything consistent, and I was like, damn, I love this shit.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, like I don't sleep often. You know what I'm saying? Cause like this shit is very time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, editing videos, making flyers in the studio, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like all day, every day. That shit very time consuming. We pulling up events, all type of shit.
Right.
So man,
But it pays off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get that much sleep like on a daily basis. But I ain't gonna lie, like it'd be cool. I don't be tripping. I wake up and do it again.
Man.
I ain't gonna lie, the journey I'm finna take, my sleep finna get real thin. That's all I'm gonna say.
I feel that. So you just
Hey,
predicting it. You're like, man.
But
if
you gotta put the work in though. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't DJ 7 days a week already. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's back for that time. And I get that run in again. So shit, y'all finna see me out here.
Okay.
Right. So like, you know, one thing that will separate you from the other 98% of people that are trying to pursue your thing is execution. A lot of people will talk about it. Like, so I'm in the same mind frame as you. Is like, you're like, I'm finna lose a lot of sleep, but you had this is the test. You know what I mean? This is
really the dedication.
That's what's gonna separate you apart from it, is actually executing and doing it and actually taking the time, losing the sleep, sacrificing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Putting money behind your shit, investing into your everything. You know what I mean? That I don't know, bro. Like,
Hey man, cause look, I'm gonna tell you like this here. When you get phone calls in the middle of the night from certain people, it's like, nigga, in the middle of the night, that's an hour phone call down there. You call me in the middle
yeah,
of the
sir. People
night.
calling you in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
Why they calling you in the middle of the
In the
night?
middle of the night. Hey,
You a werewolf or
I'm
something?
gonna tell you like this here. For some odd reason, I was up, my phone rung, and goddamn me and this person talked for a motherfucking damn me hour. And
Was it like a mystery? You was talking to a stranger or something now?
Yeah, you need to elaborate on that. Come on, you can't just leave us like that.
I'm lost right
I'm
now.
just say it like this here.
We-
It was an hour conversation and it's on from there, man.
With a real person?
Like that.
Or are you talking to yourself?
I think I was talking to myself that time.
What? Wait,
No,
what?
no,
Rewind. Rewind back up, bro. What? So you had this hour conversation.
I was talking to one of my peoples or whatnot. That's all. One of my people that called me or whatnot and gave me a lot of game about some shit that was going on in Houston, and I was like, all right, big good. So we gonna run it, and we gonna run it.
Yeah. That's heavy, bro.
Nice.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming on, man.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Before we leave, make sure y'all go ahead and plug everything y'all got going on, what y'all working on, and where they can find y'all.
Yeah, man. I just make sure y'all tap into the Syrup Room. You know what I'm saying? The Syrup Room _ on Instagram.
Tap into that syrup room.
Hell yeah.
Suck some of that sweet nectar, that maple out the syrup room.
Y'all gonna be able to find everything on the syrup room
For real.
at the syrup room _
It's a lot of big shit coming, you know what I'm saying? So y'all just gotta stay tuned. Tap into the page, see how we do it. You know what I'm saying?
Now they got
some
real dope
interviews and
setup. They got a real dope setup, man.
Yeah, it's going down, you know what I'm saying? So shit.
And it's all on YouTube, Syrup Room, Instagram, Syrup Room, all that. It's all the same.
Facebook, Twitter,
Twitter,
all that shit.
Nice, bro.
The
So-
syrup room. Yes, indeed.
Well, thank you for
Yeah,
coming
appreciate
on. It
y'all
was an
coming
honor.
on, and I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure y'all, and if y'all still watching and you're not subscribed, what the fuck? You watched this shit for a whole hour and you're still not subscribed. You're just
Like
a
a
fuck.
motherfucker.
Fuck, bro.
A weirdo. Don't be a weirdo.
bro.
Subscribe.
Goddamn,
Get in the
man.
conversation. Get in the comments.
button, man.
Hit the like.
Fuck.
Yeah. All that shit, man. For everyone else, the TestTubeTV fam.
Peace
all the
and
Test Babies out there.
blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Goodbye.
Love you guys. Bye.
I'll let your boy.
Holla.